Good morning everyone. Hi, it's Karen from tillycrafts.co.uk and today I'm bringing you a Make It Thursday video and I'm going to recreate this little note box with little note cards in it using the sweet strawberry and the DSP that goes with it. And I'm just going to move this piece of grid paper because it is mucky. I thought I'd moved that before I came on. So this is the little note box, and I did this in the Forever Fern and the laser cut foils, and inside it's one of the pizza pumpkin boxes we've got, and it's just got like 4 little note cards in it that I've used DSP, a die cut and the stitch shapes in it. So I'm going to recreate this in, like I said, in the sweet strawberry, and I will just pop this in here. I might do the actual box bit on another video to follow this one, but we'll see how we get along. Right, so I've got both of them, this Berry Blessings and the designer series paper which we're going to use. They are a free item that you get in Celebration, which ends at the end of February. So this, I bought this out of the annual catalogue with this amazing punch that punches out the strawberry flower leaves and the strawberry top. So I bought that together and a few other bits, and I spent £90, so I could get this free because the paper and the Berry Blessing stamp set is 2 level rewards. So when you spend £45 you get 1 reward, and I spent 90, so I got 2 rewards. So I was able to get this out of the Celebration catalogue, and as you can see it's in here. I'll just quickly show you the papers. So you get 2 of each design, and they will depict strawberries, berries, blueberries, raspberries on here, and really like them. And then on the other side you have the plainer side, so you've got like a checky one, green checks, that's specific point. There's Granny Apple green and another green in there, Poppy Parade, the leaves, like a strawberry outside with the piths on it, and this reminds me of raspberries. So we're going to use some of that today, and there are hundreds of colours in this, but the main ones I'm using today are the Daffodil Delight, the Granny Apple Green, the Poppy Parade Rich Raspberry. Those are the main ones I'm using with my memento. So first of all, I've got 4 note cards and envelopes, and I've already done some on here, but I'm going to show you the best way to do, how to line them up with a punch to get the most out of it. So as you can see, I've already punched out here, and basically all I did was I laid all of these in here. I'll show you now. So I lined them up on here. Oops, hang on. Into the holes. So this is sticking to my fingers now. Oops. So I lined them up like that, took my block, pressed them down, and they should be fine to go. And as you can see, I've stamped some here, and for that I just use my memento ink. Just make sure they're all covered. And then if you notice, the punch has a strawberry at the bottom, so you slide your paper in this way. So when you're doing it down, make sure your strawberries at the bottom, like so, and then they're easy enough to punch out. Now there's 2 different ways you can use this stamp set. We're going to do it both ways. So I'm going to use my blends on one, and you also have these wonderful infill stamps. So we're going to use those, and I'll show you the other way we do it as well. and then it's up to you which way round you want to do it. I mean, you could do the same thing, line these up and stamp them all, but I just found it easier to do individually, especially if you're using different colours. So just pop them on blocks. And like I said, I'm going to use the Poppy Parade, Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, and the Daffodil Delight. I've got a stack at the side of me and I'm just waiting for them all to topple over. And that is actually Mango Melody, so the Daffodil Delight must be over here, unless it's gone walkabout, which is quite likely. So Daffodil Delight's gone on the walkabout, but it does not matter. It's here. It's alright, can't see for looking. There we go, Daffodil Delight. So let's take the Granny Apple Green first, and I will show you. You just stamp up, and then because of photopolymer you can see through and you can line it up. I shall do a couple of these because I will want some extra bits. And the leaf top. Now you can do them in different colours if you want. You've got shaded spruce, garden green in this as well, but one of my favourites is Granny Apple Green. Whoops, there we go. Let's pop that away before I put my fingers in it. There's the little flower. Love this little flower. Right. Oops, didn't quite get that on right, did I? There we go. Can't get my head over it, that's the problem. Right. And the Poppy Parade. Oops, don't like that. Let's just do it again. I'm just going to tap it on the side there to get that bit I missed. There we go. It will dry and it'll go a little bit lighter when it dries. So you can do it that way, and also I did have my stamping blends here. So Daffodil Delight, I was going to do the centre a bit darker. No major blending on this, unless you want to, of course. It gives two different looks. This is my dark Granny Apple Green, so slight blending. Just going to go over the veins with the dark one and then come in with the light one and just go over it all. Well, I hope you're all alright. I hope by the time this video goes out that we might have an end in sight to this lockdown. I see more and more people are getting the vaccines now. I don't know when mine's due. I think it's, I don't know if it's the end of April, sometime like that. I know a few of my older friends and my friends that work in the NHS have had theirs and they haven't had any side effects at all. So at least it keeps them safe. So for my strawberry, I'm just going to bring the dark one in and just go around the edge and over these little pips. And then come in with the light one. I'm using the push tip on here because I've got a big area to fill. I'm just going to go over this where I've done the darker one to blend it through. And you can see you've got like light bits on the other two as well. And then to punch them out, you just slide it in. Just wiggle it a little bit to make sure it's right. And then we've got lots of bits to play with. And same with this one. And for one of my cards, because I'm doing 4 cards, I'm doing this sprig. So what I did for this, I've already done one, but I will need another one at some point. So I'll just show you how I stamped it and coloured it. Slightly bigger block, and then the memento. I'm going to tap it on like this. Let's make sure that's covered. And then stamp that down. Lovely. And for this one I use my Rich Raspberry. Let's make sure I've got the right ones. Yep, my Rich Raspberry and my Granny Apple Green. And I just basically did the same as I did on the strawberries. Just went over the veins of these. I find it so therapeutic using blends. Stress reliever. See, no great artwork, just run it over and blend it in. Makes me look like a fab artist, which I know I'm not. So I'm just going to take the dark Rich Raspberry, do the centres, and then with the light, it does dry a bit lighter, and you'll see that on the one that I've already pre-done and cut out. I've also brought in the new punch. I got that the other day. The Ovals Duo Punch. It's got a scalloped oval and a plain oval, and they layer up brilliantly. So I'm going to use that as well. So that's how I did that. And then to cut it out, I've used the dies, Stitch So Sweetly dies, and Don't Say Yes. That's just using that. I love this, my favourite. And all I did is I lined it up to where I wanted it, run that through my machine and cut it out, and you'll see that in a bit on there. The other thing we need is, if I can find it, there's a little hello there. So it's great for just little cards. Just dropping a note to your friends, because I started sending some cards out when I was allowed out. I did have a week where I had to stay in, unfortunately, but the test was all positive. Negative positive, that's not good, is it? It was all negative. So I stamped the hello there, and then this is the amazing punch. So you've got your plain one and your scalloped one, and just line it up in there and then snip it out. If you don't want 2 out, the only thing you need to do is just cut a thin strip, and you can just cut out those ones if you don't want the white one as well. And do the same if you just want a coloured layer. You can just cut a strip along like that and then feed the strip in, so you're not wasting. I don't mind this though, because I will use the white ones for bigger sentiments. Right, let's put these cards together. So like I said, I have cut out the stuff I need. and then we can put these all together. Right, so I'll start with this one. So these are the note cards and envelopes, and they measure 5 by 3.5. So on this one I've cut a layer of the DSP, and that measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and that is going to go on there. And here's some of the pre-cut strawberries. See, I've cut the red out in the Poppy Parade, and my little hello there, and these are my little leaves. I'm sure I had a flower as well, but that's probably done a runner. As if you will follow me, you know I lose things like nobody's business. So let's get my Tombow out. There it is. I know I had it somewhere. So it could go that side as well, but I quite fancied using the plain. I've used quite a lot of the other ones. Oh, hang on, it's a bit stuck up. That's better. I've used quite a few of this side with the other projects, so I just wanted to try the plain ones and use the strawberries. So that just fits on there with a nice border around it. And then, as you can see on this one, I've just glued the strawberry top on. Like so. This is going straight onto here. That fits on really nice. I love the way it stands up. And let's bring in, oops, dimensionals are already on my dress in preparation. So let's get a few of these on. To make them stick up. Couple on here. Really simple and easy to put together, and it makes a nice little gift for people. I've got 2, I've already got people's names on that I'm going to send them out, and I'm just going to pinch out of here a couple of the flowers, and I've got some small dimensions. They can go on there. Oops. I think I'm going to have to attack my own nails, are getting too long. And then what I do is I just basically put them on, see where I want them. Like that, that's fine, we like that. I think they make a nice cheerful card to get in the mail. Oops. Hello there. See, now wouldn't that cheer you up if you got that in the mail? Right, card number 2. Sounds like a conveyor belt, doesn't it? Oops, we can get them out. Make sure not the thinny bits in. So again, this is going to be pretty similar. Just on that side, or that's like that side. Right, so I've used the laser cut Forever Gold die cuts, and I just think it gives it a nice bit of bling. That's going to go on top like so. So let's get these put down. Straightforward cards. This measures again 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. going to lay that up on there. Now this more or less fits, but I don't mind if it pokes out a little bit. I mean, you could actually cut it to that size if you wanted. Now, because we're putting a layer on it, I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal on here to keep it down, so I don't need to go around the edges, because that will hide it with this. And yeah, let's put the Stampin' Seal on here. This again is used with the Stitch So Sweetly die, the bigger one. Oh, I've used the wrong one. Oops, silly me. I've lost my there is a Stampin' Seal, not a plus. This plus is more for other projects, for if you're doing 3D. It will stick it down. I'll just put a bit of glue over there. See, we all make mistakes. And it sticks really well, as you can see. That well that it pulled the card up, the paper up. I'm just going to put that in the middle. I love this paper. It's so bright and cheerful. Right, this one I haven't done a layer. I've just stamped it directly onto the white card. Let's bring in the dimensionals again. Oops. On here. Oops. Stick that down. I like just playing with things and seeing how they turn out. You can get different looks using different things with the same stamp set. This one, as you can see, I've used the blends on this one, whereas the other one was with the ink. Where's my little pokey tool? Always better with the pokey tool. Which is it? There it is. Especially when you've got long nails that you need to get sorted. It's a good job I've got my own machine, so I need to get cracking and get them sorted out, because it's getting beyond a joke. I can't pick anything up. Right, so this one I'm just going to pop them around the hollow like so. There we go. Do you like that? Card number 2, bit of bling on it. I think I was going to put some gems on, but I haven't decided what gems. So, next card. This is the one that I've done the little stamping on that I showed you. You can see it's dried light, so it's slightly darker in the middle and it's gone paler on the outside. This is the same but a different design. Oops, put the card the right way up, Karen. Always helps, doesn't it? But it just shows you how quick and easy they are to put together. A project in a hurry. Right, I'm not going to use that again. There he is. It's all right, it's hiding behind. So this is the normal Stampin' Seal. So this isn't as strong as the other one, but it's still as good. This is more for your card bases. So that's right, I was going to pop that on there. No, I was going to put this one up on dimensionals. If anybody can tell me what I've done with the dimensionals, there they are. Let's pop these, one in each corner. Is enough to secure it. And I like the way it just hangs down like so. And then for this one I cut a Rich Razzleberry base out. The card at the back is Rich Razzleberry, I can't say it, Rich Razzleberry as well. bob that on there. I love the border on these. I like the way it's got a decent border. And that is just going to go on there. So we're going to make sure we put the dimensions at the bottom. Let's just double check at the bottom, because it's going to overlap and that's already got dimensionals on it. So it's going to put a little bit of glue on there. Like so. Very pretty. Card number 3. Now card number 4, we're doing a Daffodil Delight one, and as you can see I've not done much of anything. However, I did cut these out. Oh look, there's my flowers. I knew I'd done flowers for one of the things. Right, so that's my base again. So 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and as you can see I've used it to punch these out. So sometimes when I remember, I cut out my bits and pieces out the back so you don't waste paper. And I've got a Stitch So Sweetly die, which is just going to line up over this. And what I did say to myself was I am going to trim it down a little bit, so more of a square, just so that it matches in. I think if I'd have done it a bit bigger, right, I haven't got a die that big to mat it up properly, so I'm just going to trim this down, and it makes it more even, and then that'll just sit in the centre there. Might trim a little bit off that side as well. This is the thing you start making, and then you can adjust it to how you want it. This might come down a little bit more. The best thing about crafting, it's your own interpretation of how you want something to look. There we go, happy with that. So I'm going to stamp on this first. And what I did, I stamped these flowers onto a scrap bit of Daffodil Delight, in Daffodil Delight, put them on a strip, and then I just used the punch. So when I had my strip, I'll show you, I did have a strip here. So when I've stamped them, I just basically gone in like that. So I'm not wasting paper, and I only want the flower. So you can do that with a leaf as well. So you don't waste, you know, if you didn't want all of these and you just wanted flowers and leaves, and that's what I've done on this one. Right, shut that properly. So these are going to go on top of here like this. And where's my stamp gone? So we're going to use we have a big stamp as well as a little stamp, and I've not used that one yet, so I think we will get this out. And my Memento ink. So I'm going to come down this way like this. I'm going to do one here like that, and that's going to layer up, and we're going to put some flowers over it. Bring the Granny Apple Green back in. See, this one's got this one doesn't have a line up stamp, so you have to either use blends or you could do it as a watercolour. It's only like the little ones that have the infills. any excuse to use blends for me. Quick and simple. Actually, that end's run out, but I have new ones in my drawer. You can't run out of blends. And Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green go together lovely. I can't wait for spring to start properly. We've had nothing but rain. We even got snow, and we never get snow here. Only lasted a few hours, like, but we still had snow. But then since then, we've had nothing but rain. My Daffodil Delight. I'm not bothered if I'm not going directly to the ends, and it just gives a hint of white on it, which I think can be nice as well. They remind me of sunflowers, and I don't, not sunflowers, some flowers. Not too sure which ones they are, but they're probably like a hawthorn flower, something like that. I'm not right up on flowers. Right, hopefully I haven't stuck that to my grid paper. See, and the best thing about liquid glue is you can move it. I am sticking this flat because we're going to be popping the flowers up on it. There we go. And these ones, all I did with these is when they were flat, I just put my pokey tool or a pencil will do it, and just roll it round, and it gives that appearance of the not as flat. Right, sentiment. Did I cut 2 out or just one? Just one, so we'll have to stamp this one. So I hope you like these. It's like 4 different cards with different colours. Just going to bob that about there, I think. And the glue dots. I've got some glue dots here that are fabulous for sticking stuff down. So what I'm going to do is one there. Just stick these onto the glue dots like so. Last time I used these, I got them all over my fingers. Don't know how I managed that. Like that. And one more. We'll take this one first. Oops. I'm making a right hash of this, aren't I? Come on. Up. That's it. Oh, look at this. See, I've got black all over my hands, and I've got black on there. We won't use that one. And we'll use my pokey tool. Right. So I'm going to put these around here. I will cut another one out later and finish it off. And what I shall do to these is, she says, with bated breath, where have I put them? in here, these are my current gems, and what I think I shall put in is a little sparkle in the middle, just to finish them off, like so. Like I said, I will make another one later when I've washed my hands. So these are the 4 cards. So we've got the Rich Razzleberry one, the Daffodil Delight one. That's more the Poppy Parade on that one, and this has got the Pacific Point background on. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please tune back in. I will link both the videos together, and on my next video I'll do the pumpkin box, and then we can just put the cards in the box, and I'll show you this one with the extra flower on. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll speak to you again soon.